The first Call of Duty, Warzone brought a lot, and one of the most unique additions was its revitalized game mode, which featured a scaled-down lobby displayed on a slightly smaller map. While the Warzone Resurgence mode would be iterated upon a few times over the course of the game's life, it was never better than the first map, Island of Resurgence, which fans still rave about today. Well, Call of Duty, Warzone 2.0 has finally set up its rebirth mode, and fans have yet to see if its new Ashika Island map lives up to the rebirth legacy. After months of rumors and a few delays, Call of Duty, Warzone 2.0 finally kicked off its second season on February 15th, bringing some new weapons, a new battle pass, and a new revival mode. From what fans have seen so far, it looks like this version of Resurgence will be similar to the original Warzone, with a smaller lobby that all fits into a smaller map. The new map is called Ashika Island, and according to Infinity Ward's official blog post, players are about to land on a deserted holiday island with lots of old and new places to discover. Attractions: Oganaku Farm. Oganaku Farm, located in the northwest of Ashika Island, combines old World War II coastal fortifications, several greenhouses, and a handful of farms. One of the most characteristic landmarks of the area is the tall communication tower, which is only one of 3 towers on the island. Players should be able to find plenty of desecrated buildings along the coast crumbling from any angle. The main fire station in this area will likely be the group of greenhouses next to the communications tower, where players will have plenty of cover to hide. Sightseeing objects: City Center. On the west side of the island, below Oganaku Farm, is the town center. This is one of the closest places in Ashika Island. The port area is very large and has many internal buildings. For those who want to hide in the water, there is an L-shaped beach a few hundred meters away. But for those who want more decor, the best options are the tourist center, the science center, the market area, the hotel, the town hall, and the gas station, all within a few meters of each other. Most of these buildings have multiple levels for players to explore, including accessible rooftops. There are also 2 long bridges spanning the water where naughty players can be seen and taken out. Places of interest: Beach Club. In the southwest corner of the map is the Beach Club on Ashika Island, another area with many buildings. This beach club is the most tourist-friendly area of the island, featuring a large disused aquarium, a bathroom that stretches right down to the beach itself, and a circular lookout point in the middle of the water where Infinity Ward teases what's lurking in its spiral staircase below. Another demolition site can be seen in this area, which appears to be a permanent part of Ashika Island. Nearby facilities: Tsukijo. Ashika Island's most prominent attraction, Tsuki Castle, is a remake of the iconic castle map from Call of Duty, World at War, albeit with some very important changes and additions. The Tsuki Castle is in the middle of the map. It is a huge old castle, full castles and other defense industries. The castle itself is surrounded by large rocks and flowering cherry trees, giving a lot of cover back hold players. In addition to crossing the bridge, Valgraven's castle also hides the underground tunnel network under its surface, resulting in a secret submarine base. In front of the castle, players can find many side buildings, from barracks to reconstructed museums and even the entire garden. Nearby objects and places: Ashit Port. In the southeastern part of the map, just below the castle, is Port Ashkar. For fans of Call of Duty, Warzone 2.0, the port will look very familiar, with all the usual port buildings and warehouses here too. Here, 3 bridges span a canal that connects 2 different sides of the harbor. Each bridge has its own unique architecture and design, and each bridge offers a different level of verticality. Players can also find an oil rig with large containers and connecting pipes here. The back and sides of Luhuagang are surrounded by some fairly large rocks. Point of interest: Shipwreck. Moving on to the east side of the island, the Shipwreck point of interest will be all too familiar to longtime fans of Call of Duty's multiplayer. A very large container ship has seemingly crashed onto the island's eastern beach, causing its deck to overturn and spill out its contents. Large container boxes are now strewn across the beach, with 4 large stacks creating a pattern that's essentially a recreation of the infamous shipment map. Up on the cliffside behind the beach, players can find yet another demolition site, though the building here still retains most of its structure. Point of interest: Residential. The final point of interest in this new map can be found right at the top, in the northernmost section of Ashika Island. Named Residential, this point of interest contains a large, multi-floored hotel, a large power plant, a water treatment facility, and a small residential district, all of which are connected via tarmac roads. Players should be extra careful in this area as it's one of Ashika Island's most vertical, with houses, cliffs, and other forms of cover appearing at different heights throughout the point of interest. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and support my channel.